Boy, she's looking at me, I don't know about that look. This is you. I'll just share a little of, Johnny Heglin's here is one of my classmates, and I played ball many years with him, and I'll just share a little story about us. We grew up in Holt, a little old school in Holt, and we never had a basketball gym or anything. We just had a little room in the basement with an 8-foot basket, and we couldn't even, and a 10-foot ceiling. That's when we had to learn how to play basketball. And Johnny told me a few years ago that, no, a few weeks back, my dad was on the school board there in Holt, and he remembers that my dad made a motion to get a new rim for the room downstairs. Of course, this is in the basement. Anyway, my dad likes sports, and so he knew Lowell Anderson here in town, and he went to Lowell and got a game with Dennis Bakke and all these big Napoleon kids over here that got to play in a full-size gym. And we went over there and we took them right down to the end. And walking in the old gym, it was like walking in the Williams Arena. We got a basket both ends. And we just took them right down to the wire. And then my mailman in the country was John Diamond Sr., and his son played on the 1953, right, Ron? 53 Nordics. And he told my dad, you gotta come and watch my son. So I'll never forget, one of the first Nordic games I ever watched was up in Greenbush, up in the balcony in Greenbush. That's where the districts were held at that time, before Roseville got it. And just see them Nordics, and after that I always wanted to be a Nordic. And then coming over here in 8th, 9th grade and that, and just being this big, nice gym, and to play, and then just dreaming about being a Nordic. And then the years kind of went on, and Johnny and I and Dennis Bakke, the guys got a chance to work, try to get on the varsity, because you didn't get on the varsity until you were a junior in school. And finally Coach Dunker come on the program, and he said, nobody's got a position locked up here. Then we got to be on the team, the varsity, Johnny and I and Dennis and a bunch of the guys. We didn't have we got about a 50-50 year that year, but the next year we started to roll. And we never lost a game at home here. And we were ranked, was it 15th in the state with the Bemidji, John? 17th in the state with Bemidji, because there's all one class. But anyway, we won our conference on our side, but in the sub-district we were horrible. And we ended up playing kids in Central with Lyndon Lang, and his father was Odin Lang and was representative up here back in the 50s. And we had to play Lyndon Lang, and Coach Dunker said, we'll give him 25 points, we still took him. We took him by 5. And then we went into an awesome game with Stephen, and it went into 3 overtimes. And see, I tied in the first overtime, Dennis did, and we were all fouled out in the 3rd overtime. And Stephen got the jump ball. Remember that, Rod? And they got the jump ball, and they waited around for the perfect shot. They shot, Wesley Brink rebound and got the rebound. They fouled him. And Coach Younger called, timeout, timeout. And Wesley come to the huddle, and he was just shaking like this. He was just shaking. And he went up to the free throw line. The first ball was round and round and round. He went to, timeout, he called. And Wesley come there, he was still shaking. And we had to win a sudden net overtime. The second one was sudden net, right, Ron? And Wesley went up there and put it over, and that put us into the region against Bemidji. But man, that was an awesome experience. I remember we got to stay overnight in a hotel, which, how many guys stayed in a hotel back in the 50s? Anyway, stayed in a hotel in Grand Forks. They had an athletic banquet there, and I remember most of us, our kids, you know, we ate hamburger steaks and whatnot. And I remember Dennis Bakke got a steak, and it was all red, and he asked the wait, did you just kill this cow or what? It's a red stick, our both done it well. But anyway, just running out into that field house in Grand Forks, in the old field house there, just running out of there, was just awesome experience. And then, you know, if we'd had been maybe about 5 more minutes, we'd have taken it. But of course, little town in the fold and play against a town that's 10, 15,000 people. But it's really been a great journey just to be in Nordic, and I've always wanted my kids. I left the cities to come back here because I want to be part of this community and have my kids have a small school experience. And being underneath Coach Jim and Ron, they're awesome guys. And Ron gave me, come up to my bus one time when I drove in, and Ron asked me, "Can you coach for me? Can you help me?" And he gives me this 9th grade team that most of them had gotten in trouble so they couldn't play for a long time. Up to somebody's place at noon hour and have something they shouldn't drink. School because you know what, they really got to be a good shake, and that's why Jake Rantanum's team, these guys turned out pretty good. Still some of the players that we played against, one from Daniel Kushna, he said, "How in the world did you ever beat us?" They slaughtered us the first game, and we just talked about that. And I have to go to Coach Ron all the time. "How are we going to do this, Coach? How do I do this? How do I do this?" And he was teaching me and bringing me up along the way. It was beautiful. But I just really appreciate Jim and Ron and that for being coaches there for my kids, set good values, and just having my kids play for them. They were just awesome guys, and we played a lot of games together for many years. I got a quit here. And I just thank you all for coming and just being a part of this. It's just been fun seeing you, and it's been a good time.